Hello everyone, this is Cleveland Cy with Cy Life. Now this video is a little bit of a deviation from my usual subject matter, but it's still on topic. This channel is all about empowerment, enhancement, education, and enrichment. It's about helping you find your path. So with that said, I would like to talk about a letter that I wrote to President-elect Donald Trump. A couple days ago I wrote this letter, and so I decided to make a video about it. You notice that this video contains images of human diversity as you listen to me reading the letter. When I hear the phrase that he states, "Make America Great Again," I actually think of these faces. I think of the diversity. I think of how the United States of America once represented great hope, opportunity, and freedom, not just for those here within the nation, but around the world. Just like any other nation, we did have our disparities. There was not always freedom or opportunity for everyone in this country. However, there was something very special about this nation. And there was a access to opportunity and freedom that was more consistently available here than anywhere else in the world. I've been studying Trump on and off for the last few years. Mostly I've found him to be an inspiration. During the media frenzy of the election year, however, my support for Trump kind of wavered and I ended up voting third party. Still thought he was a great guy and I loved that he spoke his own mind. That never changed. After his epic win in the election, I wanted to understand how it happened when everyone was predicting that he would not even get this far. I revisited his speeches, the interviews, and audiobooks. I listened to his most loyal supporters, as well as those who were vehemently opposed to him. And I wanted to understand his body language more in depth. I have learned so much from the Dawn about empowerment, about courage, about self-expression, about speaking my own truth, about persistence, and about tenacity that I hope to add to my own repertoire of character traits along my own life's path. And I want to encourage those who are still distrustful or on the fence or concerned about January to consider that this could be an opportunity for the nation to really, truly take that next step. Also, consider the implications for our own children and for our future if we continue to be divided and fearful instead of seeking understanding and collaboration. Remember that a new presidency is always about responsibility as Americans, to do our individual part to enhance our own lives as well as the lives of those around the world. So with that in mind, this is my letter to President-elect Donald
Dear
Trump.
Mr. President-elect Donald J. Trump, thank you for pursuing the presidency of the United States of America. Amidst media jeer and dismissal, you persisted, spoke your truth, conquered, and succeeded when many said it was impossible. Despite opposition, labels, and doubt, you stayed your course. Leaders in this world empower, inspire, and awaken through their action, as well as their words. This kind of leadership can reflect the spirit of a powerful and unified people. As Americans seek to gain and regain our powerful, autonomous, and free nation, I know that we can inspire the rest of the world to do the same. As a nation, the United States has learned to honor autonomy and individuality while collaborating and coming together. It is our relative harmony and ability to openly communicate that builds understanding. Unfortunately, a divisive trend of militant political correctness seeks to gain way. We are compelled to deny reason and logic, shun our own truth, and hide our individuality to accept uniformity, monotony, and mediocrity. This has become a tyranny that erodes our freedom to dialogue and gain greater understanding. Its pundits seek to control our words, feelings, and even thoughts. This is why I thank you for standing up to this despotism and showing many of us that being who we are does not have to be a crime. And what a diverse nation we are. Many of us are proud descendants of pioneers and explorers. Some of our ancestors reached this nation's shores as political refugees. Today, many seeking freedom find sanctuary within our borders, and with their genius, they help us to make America one of the greatest nations on the earth. And yet, there are those Americans whose forefathers were and still are the unseen laborers who've built this marvelous empire with their own blood, sweat, and tears. Let us remember and not forget the debt we owe to the children of the First Nation peoples who made the American wilderness habitable before any foreigner set foot on our shores. In our quest for greater satisfaction and fulfillment in life, we inspire other nations to rise above tyranny and the abuse of power, to unify their people through collaboration, free speech, and respect for individual sovereignty. This is what the United States of America is to us, and we thank you for a renewed sense of light and vision. Regardless of our race, creed, color, religion, or prior political affiliation, we now gather in support for your stated cause to make this nation great again. I know this beautiful country has been a beacon of light and liberty for humanity. We cannot allow its illuminating and inspiring influence to die down because of petty divisions in critical times such as these. We pledge our allegiance to humanity as we revive allegiance to our great nation, for this country represents the tenacious, generous, and courageous of so many peoples. We embrace our unity through diversity with ambitious integrity, harmonious self-expression, and authentic pursuit of truth. We will actively work toward worthy goals that enhance the lives of our fellow Americans here in the United States and others from around the world. We anticipate greatness returning to our nation and the advancement of humanity toward greater stability, sustainability, opulence, and liberation. As with the presidents who preceded you, Mr. Trump, we know that there can be challenges and maybe even some shortcomings during this presidency. I trust that the difficulties can be overcome if we as a people continue in honest dialogue and collaboration. We pledge to make our nation great again in the best way that we can as individuals and as a collective. Sincerely, Cleveland Joel Sy.